right, pre-show shenanigans. That's right. I'm saying it today. I'm taking it
guys.
over.
We're throwing
off the vibe.
Mix, all right. Curveball, first pitch.
Yeah, curve. They weren't expecting that one. They're shaking right now. They're shaking now.
They look like James Outman up there in October. Am I right or am I right? That team sucks.
No, I'm just doing a little shout out to myself. You know what? Our work ethic is unparalleled, except for the unnamed intern. He doesn't fucking show up to work. But my work ethics when it comes to this is undefeated. We're here for the boys. I just finished a 4-hour intensive exam that completely determines my entire future in the world. And now I'm here recording this. So and
I had an online Zoom class today,
which is
for the sake
harder.
Of the story, for the sake of the
harder.
story, I did not have a Zoom class. I had a 50-minute presentation today. So,
but we just wanted to say, you know what? No matter how hard the task, no matter how bad the timing, we're here for Waterboy Nation. We're here.
Yeah, we show up. We show up strong. We show up in numbers, and we show up ready. So, Everett, let's embrace debate. Let's start this off hot, okay? Yeah, no. I mean, this was your concept. I'll let you introduce it. I'll let you.
I think you do a better job of bringing it up.
So if I'm going to be completely honest right now, I am only looking at what I brought for the pre-show.
Oh, okay. No, I got it then. I got it.
Kind of forgot what your pre-show was, but the second you say it, I'll know immediately.
So we were talking about a little predicament that occurred at Barstool Sports the other year, in which a bet resulted in a man getting a job at Barstool, and the bet was
whoa! It's not just a man; it's Nicky Smokes. We're talking Nicky Smokes here.
Try not to promote, but okay. Yeah, it's Nicky Smokes. But.
Yeah, he doesn't need the free promo.
Yeah, the bet was, okay, Patriots, Dolphins. If the Dolphins wins, Nicky Smokes gets a $100,000 salary and an employment at Barstool Sports. And if he loses, he has to get Dave Portnoy's face tattooed on his ass. So obviously, that's a no-brainer 100 times out of 100 where we're taking that bet. So now that's where we're embracing debate. How far would you go for $1 million?
Or $1 million?
$1 million. $1 million. How far? What is too far for a bet?
What's the limit?
Size? Like, how far would you be willing to go to get that million?
I don't know why I just went here, but if first people to go to Mars, $1 million, would you take it? Would you want to be the first? Would you want to be the test subjects? You get $1 million.
Well, the question are you
gotta
ever
live on Mars?
Home?
And there's
are you ever coming home? All right, if you're not coming home, then fuck no, I'm not taking that. I need the money for Earth. Fuck, I don't care about Mars. The money's insignificant on Mars.
Actually, let's say you can come back. Let's say you can. However, it takes a month to travel there and back. So
it does not mean I
free travel.
I travel to Mars for a month. I come back for another. I can come back basically 2 months. I'm back on Earth 2 months later. Or do I have to spend time on Mars?
Let's say let's say you have to spend a month there. There's no guarantees what's going to happen out there. We can confirm you won't die.
All right, for the sake of this argument,
nothing else.
For the sake of this argument, let's contain it to just Earth.
I kind of like the space exploration.
We're going to contain it to just Earth. All right.
Okay, so we are now on a voyage across the. No, I'm kidding.
Now we're pilgrim. I mean, it's on Spirit with Thanksgiving coming up, but all right.
Okay. $1 million. You completely drop every friend and family you know completely, and you have to move to a different state.
Yeah, it's not worth it for me.
Not worth it. Yeah, I'd say that too. I'm trying to think.
Yeah, if the Waterboy podcast ever
it might be easier if we start with really easy things
and build the way up,
and then build our way up. So, I would say almost all edible food challenges you would do. Both of us would do. It was like any edible food challenge, like eat a full live octopus, you'd do it. You know,
yeah.
So let's not talk food. Let's not talk that. So
hold on. You know what? I know the perfect.
Any type of wear this in public, of course. You know, like so.
All right. We're gonna go off this with jackass stunts. All right, that's
actually phenomenal.
This is fucking beautiful.
God. Wow. Okay, I'm sorry. We are cutting the MLB section. I am sorry, folks, because Everett, that may have been the greatest idea you've ever came up with in your life for this podcast. Off-season wish list, close second. But okay, I'm looking up worst jackass stunts. Ooh, or should I do injuries?
Both.
Okay. All right, we are going to start off nice and easy. Okay, we've all seen this one, the porta potty bungee cord slingshot. Would you do that?
Wait. Explain that again. I forgot what that is.
Seen this?
I've seen it. I forgot what it is.
So
I'm preoccupied talking to our intern right now.
I believe there's actually a clip. They had Snooki do it from Jersey Shore. They put her in a porta potty, slingshot her up.
Oh, I've seen that. Yes, I've seen that. I'd do that for $1 million. Yes.
If Snooki did it, then yes.
I could do that. Yes. I could do that. Okay, brand. Would you get a brand? Like metal on fire?
Yeah, I know what a brand is. Yes.
You would get a but you cannot get
it has to be on that towel.
It has to be the same way.
Hardest,
but it has to be the same way where you do not get medical treatment afterwards.
Oh, I'm talking like throwback frat branding. Okay, like I'm talking like, yeah, you are not getting any medical assistance afterwards. Yes, you'll probably get a staph infection.
Would you like to? Would you do 1,000?
Would
you get 1,000 paper cuts and then jump in a vat of rubbing alcohol?
Fuck. Depends on the month. Depends how we're doing that month. That's the first time I've thought. So save that.
Would you go in a limo full of bees?
How long? How long am I in that limo?
Let's see.
How long am I in there?
This is like an hour. Sorry.
I don't think I can do an hour. I don't
Just
know.
Remain calm.
I don't think I can do that.
Oh, God. Would you go into a ring with a bull? You know,
I did see that. I think I'd say no.
Getting speared by a raging bull, I don't know if that's worth it for me.
Like when it gets life-threatening, that's where it's like, all right. Like I recently saw a clip. They have a guy in a room. They dump honey on him. They dump like
this
raw
is great.
meat, and they have a bear
coming. I think that was in Practical Jokers.
Oh, that was in Practical Jokers. That was in Practical Jokers, which is so funny.
Would you sit behind a jet engine plane?
Like while it's taking off?
Like it's moving forward and you're in the tailwind of the plane.
I need help me out here. How am I in the tailwind? Am I like parachuting? Am I in a plane behind that plane?
They're on the ground. The plane is
about to take off.
The plane is sitting there and it's just moving forward. And so all of the air is coming out of the engines and it's hitting you. And you're sitting there.
Is that safe?
They did it. So it's definitely not safe.
I guess I do it. Yes. I guess I do it.
Would you go off a roof in a shopping cart?
No. Hell no. Hell no. Mm-mm.
I was about to say something that was not PG.
I think that's nuts. Would you Would you enter a boxing fight with prime Mike Tyson and he's trying to knock you out? He's not.
No, my medical bills would be more than $1 million. No. No. Am I allowed to leave? Am I allowed to surrender?
You're not allowed to pull a Jose Canseco. You cannot take a dive. You have to fight.
I can't walk off.
The match only ends by knockout. There is no decisions.
Would you go into an airport and yell bomb? No.
How big would that fine be?
I think it's like.
And how viral is the video getting? Will I be allowed to get a job?
No video recording. No video recording from like your friends. It might be like third parties that are like.
Well, that's the problem. That's the problem. Yeah. TMZ getting it. That's the problem here. I think you can get arrested for that. Correct? You're like,
oh no, you will get arrested. You will get arrested for that.
Yeah, we're gonna say no. We're gonna say no. I'd say the only illegal things I do is like steal a book from like my Scholastic school book fair from second grade. That's about it. If it comes to crimes,
would you get fired out of a cannon?
I would steal signs for Ryan Day for $1 million, 100%.
Would you?
I'm already doing it for less.
Would you get fired out of a cannon?
Into water, yes.
Not
like onto a random mat on the ground. Hell no. I know I'd miss the mat. Just being honest with myself here. How about this? Would you let an 18-wheeler run over your foot 9 times?
So I'm getting amputated. You wouldn't have bones
if you
left.
Have weak feet.
You wouldn't have bones left.
Only the weak.
No, I would not do that for $1 million. I would not have an 18-wheeler run over my foot for $18 million.
Would you go down a double black diamond blindfolded? You know that better than me.
No, I'd probably die. You'd probably actually die doing that.
I wouldn't go down the magic carpet with a blindfold on.
For $1 million.
Hell no. I'd break both my collarbones. Okay, I'd have like one of those double arm slings. Okay, not a great move for me. Not a great. I was gonna bring up a story about it's regardless, but okay. We've been going on for a minute. I think the last thing we could say is, would you become the head coach of the Cleveland Browns for $1 million? We know the answer. Hell no, 10 million.
Oakland A's.
Make me run that shit franchise. You better up me.
Oakland A's.
Better 20. Up me.
20.
Maybe more.
No, if we're being honest, in all honesty, if they're offering jobs,
I will take the Cleveland Browns head coaching job. I will pay you a salary to take that job. I'll pay you. I could do 0-32 Hugh Jackson. I could do that easy. I mean, if the Cardinals truly want to tank, you got a guy right here. You got a guy right here who is ready to take you to Caleb Williams. All I'm saying. But Everett, is that? I think we got so. I hope the people have got a bit of a mind bender, a bit of a mental jog, a little bit of a mental exercise there, thinking what would you do for $1 million? Where do you draw the line? But okay, I think that's enough. Without further ado, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Waterboy Podcast. Everett, today it is episode 168.
Getting close, very close.
Man, we are right there on the edge. No pun intended. We have even more details of the Michigan scandal. We've got a relatively boring NFL slate to go over this weekend. Good amount of what the fucks though. Good amount if I got no idea what's going on. I found some amazing quotes from Scott Boras this morning too. I'm gonna quickly go over those. Most powerful agent in the MLB, maybe even all of sports. But Rich Paul probably took that title.
I'm gonna do a little diversion. We're starting with the NFL today.
Wow. Sorry, Scott. Sorry.
Really shaking it up.
Sorry.
And you'll find out why I want to start with the NFL later in the episode. But let's just get the picks out of the way. Let's start with the picks.
Wow.
Getting
Okay.
on it today.
So I think I know why you want to start with the picks, because you were hinting you had a pretty solid week. And when you were like, yikes, I might run away here. I was under the impression I didn't quite track my games on Sunday when they were going on. I was under the impression I was sub 500. I was 10-4. I thought it was going to be way worse. Oh,
I went 11-3.
Damn it. I thought you were about to say 14-0.
I went 11-3. I bet against the Chargers and I lost. My best week ever, I believe, was this season. I had 2 losses, like week 4. I've never gone undefeated in a week. If I went undefeated in a week, I'd have to go
undefeated, and then I was like, this fully makes sense.
If I went undefeated, I should go and buy
that would be the whole episode. Right?
That would be the episode.
The whole episode. Yeah,
that would be the episode.
Okay. Good to know.
But you get to read off the game sheet.
So, real quick, overall, I'm now at 81-55, almost back to 60%, folks. Almost back. Okay, I put my head down. I've grinded. Okay, I've watched film. I've watched tape now. Okay, so hey, brighter weeks ahead, better weeks ahead when it comes to my picks. So bye week teams: Chiefs, Rams, Dolphins, Eagles. Chiefs, Dolphins, Eagles. Them not playing, that makes this a boring weekend. So I also just want to get this out there. Vibes have been really hard for me to read. Last week, I made many incorrect vibe picks where I was going off vibes, but I read the vibes incorrectly. And I made a promise this week to do better. I probably won't, but I made a promise to myself. So
yeah, I was Thursday night. I was the vibe master this past week.
You did pick up on the vibes. What? Real quick, have you been going vibes all season? Correct? Were you hinting at that a little bit?
It's been kind of on the dome, but the dome is the vibes. I like kind of, it's kind of, I'm not looking at stats or anything. This is the first week I've looked kind of at stats because it's a it's a shit show. So if I don't do well, that's what I'm blaming.
No, I'm with you. That makes sense. It makes perfect sense. But we got Panthers at Bears, Thursday night football. Germany against Everett. I believe this is the last European game of the season. Could be wrong, but I think it's the last. Colts at Patriots. Of course, we send the Patriots over. Early slate. Texans at Bengals, Ohio State quarterback duel, which Joe Burrow made some comments today about his college, which we'll dive into. Saints at Vikings, Everett. I know you have a lot to talk about that. Packers at Steelers. Now, Panthers at Bears is the worst game, but boy, does Packers at Steelers give it a run for its money. Okay?
It's close.
I mean, wow, that's going to be awful. Under is a lock. Titans at Bucks, 49ers at Jaguars. Probably game of the week. Probably game of the week. Browns at Ravens, got a little divisional opponent. Afternoon slate. Falcons at Cardinals. Lions at Chargers. Oh, God. Giants at Cowboys, Commanders at Seahawks. Sunday night, another what the fuck. Jets at Raiders. Oh God. Yeah, even with Aaron Rodgers, we can't be putting the Raiders in. I mean, come on. Oh, what are we doing? And then Monday night, Broncos at Bills. Yuck. But okay, here are my picks. Feel awful about many of these, but Bears. Patriots, Bengals, Vikings, Steelers, but I hate it. Bucks, what the fuck? 49ers, Ravens, which I also hate. I know when I start picking the Ravens, they're going to lose. Falcons, which I actually love. I have to pick the Chargers, but I mean, Lions. Cowboys, Seahawks, Jets, and Bills.
We're like kind of similar. So I have Panthers, Patriots, Bengals, Vikings, Steelers, Bucks, Niners, Browns, Falcons, Chargers, Cowboys, Commanders, Jets, and Bills.
Oh, so also on the Jets. Okay. I was thinking of writing the post McDaniels or McDaniel?
McDaniels. Josh McDaniels.
I always forget that. So in this post McDaniels era where you're allowed to, enjoy yourself in the locker room. You know, I want to keep the vibes rolling there, but I got to go Jets. It's weird. I just don't see the Raiders being 500, which should not factor into this equation, but I just don't see. But let's go over some of our different ones. So Panthers, Bears. I hate picking the Bears here.
Hopes and dreams for me. Hopes and dreams.
I hate it. It's just, it's so weird to me. It's just, I hate that game. I hate it. Oh, like, you got a reason why you wanted to go Panthers here?
I just think that if I'm the Panthers, obviously they have they only won one game, and the Bears are the other shittiest team in the league. And if I'm the Panthers, I'm like, okay, the Bears have my pick right now. What can I do to fuck them over? And that's win. Like, there's no team in the NFL right now the Panthers would like to win against more than the Bears, just to be like, hey, we didn't give up Caleb Williams for fucking
now
Bryce Young. If I'm Bryce Young, I want to prove that, like, hey, you didn't fucking make a mistake.
Oh yeah, no, Bryce is motivated for this one. I mean, also in a way, if you're Tyson Badgett and you win this game, well, now you're definitely gone. So, but if he loses the game, then he just looks bad. So, what do you do if you're Tyson? What do you do?
It's just a hope and a dream, man. It's vibes.
I don't know. I don't know what you do if you're him. Yeah. Oh my God. We got special guests. Is that why we started the NFL?
That is why we started. Really.
Oh my God.
He can't hear you, but
no, I knew that part. But chat. Wait, can you give him one?
Yeah. Here, you wanna compete
just
for a
real
second?
quick. You don't need to dive into this too much if you don't want, chat. You don't have to. Oh, by the way, folks, I believe this is now your fourth time recurring guest, Mr. Chadwick. Chadwick was going to say your middle name, but I feel like maybe not dox you. Mr. Chadwick Bailey, the heart and soul of Tulane football. Now, Chad, I have a quick question. You don't need to elaborate much, but how do you feel that Notre Dame jumped you guys in the college football playoff ranking after losing to unranked Clemson?
We're just focused on going 1-0 every day, every week. Keep that mindset. The rankings will take care of themselves.
Yeah, that's the correct answer there. I personally, college football playoff committee. What the hell? What are we doing? What? You saw that Notre Dame shit against Clemson, and you're like, yep, let's move them up from 24 to 20. I gotta have a conversation with these people. I just don't understand it at all. Okay, last thing I gotta ask.
Yeah, that didn't make a whole lot of sense, honestly.
There's just no consistency. Last thing I gotta ask, Chad. Am I a little baby for crying about sign stealing? Does it not matter? Am I a little baby? I just need to know. I just need to know.
I feel like no comment.
I mean, it just depends about how much of a competitive advantage you're gaining. Plus, like, I don't really know the rules myself. I don't know what's legal, what's not. Like, if you can pick stuff up during the game, okay. If you can
legal.
You can pick some stuff up off of film. Like, everybody watches film. Okay. I don't know how much more you can do than that. So I think you're maybe slightly a baby, but it depends.
Okay.
Also, teams change signs too, which, like, I haven't heard anybody talk about in this whole ordeal. Like,
I think it's because, like, it's so they always go, like, so close to the game that there's not much time for them to change signs.
Interesting.
Well, I heard that under Urban Meyer, Ohio State had the same signs for 5 years.
That's crazy.
It's just stupid.
What the fuck?
Or they were so good it just didn't matter.
No, that's crazy.
Kind of, but like, bro, how do you even feel confident coaching when it's like we have the same signs in 2014? It is now 2018.
Yeah.
I just don't understand. You've
And
gone
then
through
West
a whole
Coast
wave
offense.
of recruits. It makes no sense to me. It makes no sense, but okay. We do have you on here, Chad. This is very special. Chargers, I need you to tell me all about Herbert. Why is it that when Herbert, a couple weeks ago, we have a primetime game against the Cowboys and lose, Herbert was crapped on for being a social media quarterback. He had amazing stats in the game, but he didn't win. So who cares? Now we beat the Jets, but Herbert only threw for 200 yards. So the stats weren't there. So why is Justin Herbert the most hated quarterback in the NFL? More than Dak, I'm ready to say it.
Well, I just think because he gets a lot of hype. Like people are always talking about how talented he is, how like what he would be doing on the Cowboys, what he would be doing on all these different teams. So it's like I feel like that stuff's always frustrating to hear for people because it's like, well, he's not doing it on his team. That's all that matters at the end of the day. So like,
Yeah.
I feel like that's what makes him a very, people like him, people don't, but like he's sometimes easy to crap on because it's like
he also
kind of
doesn't
like-
respond
it's kind of like
to anything.
LeBron was like always so hyped up when he was
Ladies
on
and
the
gentlemen.
Cavs, so hyped up, and then it was always like, oh, what would he do with the teams that Paul Pierce and Kobe Bryant had in the early 2000s? Like, what would he do on those teams? And then he got that team on the Heat, and he did stuff.
You heard it here first. Justin
I apologize
Herbert
to everyone.
LeBron
I will be
James.
comparing Herbert to LeBron for the rest of this. I am sorry.
That and
I am
Amon-Ra
sorry,
and Jalen
everyone.
Waddle are the two best wide receivers in the NFL.
Well, he did not. I mean, he
did state
revised that
that.
answer.
Well,
He
you revised it after the fact.
revised that answer. That answer was revised. So got to put that out there. Actually, you know what? We'll get into this debate now. Is CJ Stroud already a top 10 quarterback in the NFL, Chad?
No.
I think probably not also, but stats wise, he's the 11th best. What do you think about that?
So how can you even ask the question if he's even top 10?
Well, because
it's
like people on
it's-
Twitter said
yeah.
it, so we're gonna
It's
run
that, but
with it.
it's also like if his offense, he's a rookie quarterback with a mediocre offensive line. His best offensive weapon is Nico Collins.
Who's
and it's like
phenomenal. Why
he's doing really well, but
Michigan,
it is
guy. Michigan puts out the
it
best
is
wide
like
receivers in the
that's
NFL,
also an
so.
underrated thing is a Ohio State quarterback to a Michigan receiver.
Yeah, no,
but-
literally, it's like the only thing I have common ground with him over.
It's just the fact that he's doing what he's doing with that right now.
I
mean-
understand. Should we knock Tua then because he has everything at his disposal?
I think that he already gets knocked
No.
for that though. I think people already innately knock him for having
Tua's cold.
Jalen Waddle and Tyreek, but Tua's been doing a good job in that situation anyways.
You know who the next two is? Noah
next Tua?
Noah Fafita out of Arizona.
Arizona. Yeah, I like him.
Servite product.
Ooh, did not know that detail. Now I'm very interested in this
Yeah.
career. Yeah. Okay. I don't screw it. We got to talk college football here. Michigan, this cheating thing, Chad. I hate to bring it up again, but can we agree at least? I'll even say this as an Ohio State fan. If we're just rooting college kids, just the kids here versus the NCAA. As an outsider, we're kind of rooting, not me, but college football community is kind of rooting for Michigan to win. Nothing would be funnier than that, right? All these sanctions coming out, they win the Natty. I need to know, who are you rooting for to win that Ohio State Michigan game? I'm assuming you're rooting for Michigan.
I mean, my boy's the backup quarterback at Michigan.
Yeah, we have discussed that multiple times on the pod, so
I feel like
blame you
for Davis's sake, shout out Davis Warren, crazy story. Backup for Michigan, walked on, came on as like the fifth string after just beating leukemia. Gained a bunch of weight, got swole, is now the backup, beat out Origi, beat out Bowman, beat out all those guys, got put on scholarship. Shout out Davis Warren. So I feel like I
was his left guard freshman year, so
That's the most important fact.
This is true.
Gotta throw that out there. Gotta take my wins when I can get them. So
I was his Wildcat sub on JV when we needed to run the veer.
People forget.
Nah, but real talk though, I don't know. I mean, whatever helps the wave the most, but like probably Michigan because
I don't think there's a single situation in that game that has implications for us, to be honest.
Well, I'm just talking pure outside looking in.
I think Ryan Day is a little bit obnoxious. I can never that video is locked into my brain.
Lou Holtz.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I'll be like, bit of a bad emotional response.
I think it'd also be cool to see like Michigan beat Ohio State and then Michigan and Penn State play.
So they play this weekend. So what happens? So if
Michigan beat Penn State, Penn State beat Michigan.
So if that happens, it's a 3-way tie for first place, and Penn State wins. Wins the tie.
Wait.
As of right now, if Penn State beats Michigan, Michigan beats Ohio State, and Ohio State beat Michigan or beat Penn State, so it's a 3-way tie at 11-1.
Yeah.
If that, as of right now, if that was to happen, Penn State would win because their common opponents or their opponents in the Big Ten have a higher overall record combined than Michigan and Ohio State. Penn State's opponents in the Big Ten, like conference opponents, are 8-11.
Is that how this works?
Yes.
Did not know that.
And the rest, and Michigan and Ohio State are tied with opponents at 7-11.
I did not know that. I'll be honest, I was not aware of that. But that is interesting. That is interesting. Something to keep your eye on, folks. Actually, okay, we got to bring this up, Chad. I did a little digging, found some more news. Apparently, Connor Stallions and Blake Corum have a business together. Connor Stallions, when asked about his mysterious stash of dozens of vacuums on his porch, he, quote, defended himself in court, but he didn't explain the stash of vacuums. Instead, defended his character and his Michigan fandom. This is what he said. I suspect that whoever has chosen to sue me either 1, doesn't like the fact that I am a veteran, or 2, is a Michigan State fan and knows I'm a Michigan football coach and wants to draw my attention away.
So funny.
It's a real football guy move.
The more I hear about this guy, the more I adore him. The more I wish I had a guy like him on Ohio State's staff. That type of passion, type of dedication, always assuming your rival is trying to fuck you over. That's beautiful. Okay, that's what this rivalry is about. I'll be man enough to say this. Yeah, Michigan does live rent-free in my head every day. First thing I think when I wake up and last thing I think when I go to sleep. True, but that didn't just start 2021. I was at one point 17-2 against Michigan still every morning. Every morning. It's the only thing on my mind, beating those pieces of shit.
Well, hey,
other than
Jim Harbaugh still technically hasn't beaten Ohio State.
The record books show that. That is correct. I have a fun fact, Chad. Jim Harbaugh is the only coach in the Ohio State-Michigan rivalry history to start out 0-5 against the other school.
Interesting. What did you think about how was it going to the USC game? Seeing them lose again.
So I was with my brother, and before this game, the last game my brother went to was the last game Clay Helton coaching before he was fired. So my brother's trying to time it out. Next time he goes, someone's getting fired. So we're also thinking of that. But the saddest part about that game was USC was actually running the ball well. Like they were getting 8 yards a pop. And then the second half, they just stopped running. That's beside the point, kind of. The main point is at the end, Caleb made one mistake. Now, it was a 3rd and long. He took a sack, bad sack. I mean, it was very bad. But after that happened, it was a 3-point game. The game was over. I knew Washington was going to go down and score. I knew we're out of range. We can't stop them multiple times for the rest of the game. The game was over with like 8 minutes left in the 4th, and we were only down by 3.
I mean, that seems to be a running thing, though, with USC is whenever, like, Caleb carries the team on his back, and when he makes one mistake, like, it's irrecoverable because he's the reason why they're in the game. So if he screws up, like, they're fucked.
I would say comparing him to Penix, Caleb is a bigger difference maker at quarterback than Penix.
Yeah, he does make a bigger difference, win or lose.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Washington's a much more well-rounded team.
I gotta say, Odunze, he didn't quite go off, but now he was going up against Space Jam Boy, but
stop.
I mean, he's different. He's different. Odunze, he's different. I did want to say though, Penix, it is weird seeing a lefty throw, but he's got a quick release.
Yeah,
it's a fast release.
It's a snap.
It's very interesting to see. Is it Michael Vick? Is he the only lefty to have multiple seasons starting? Give me some more lefty other than Tua.
Tim Tebow.
Tim Tebow, technically. Jared Lorenzen.
Hefty lefty, yes.
Bro, there's definitely some guys from the 80s and shit.
Are we talking in college or in the NFL?
NFL.
I was gonna say there's a lot of guys in college.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just I feel like we see a lot of lefty scouts.
Isn't Steve Young? Steve Young's lefty.
That's what I was thinking of.
Steve Young's a lefty.
Yeah, that was it.
Kind of oversight.
Yeah. But I don't know. The Penix, there's just some zip on that ball. It's very interesting. I would say though, Caleb, I don't know how to describe it. He has a little jump hop he does when he's getting chased down. And I don't know how it's so successful. Maybe he just times it perfectly, but
it's just elusive.
He's very elusive. Yes, thank you. That was the word. It's crazy seeing him play. I'm not sure if he's best quarterback prospect in the past decade. I don't know, but pretty damn.
I mean, stick him on Washington's team, then you're gonna be yeah, he's the best quarterback prospect we've seen.
And Sam Howell, he's got that ship
online. Different coaching though.
I mean, I wouldn't be overly concerned.
Water boys, thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming on. Impromptu guest, but an amazing guest.
It's always a pleasure.
Yeah.
No claps from Everett. All right. Okay. What a shock. What a twist on my Wednesday. Thank you for that. I need a little kick of Chad to wake me up.
Yeah, that one was that'd be why we were starting with football. I didn't know how long that one's gonna run.
That'd make a lot of sense. I was getting ready to ask him. So there was NFL Rookie Watch on Twitter claimed that Marvin Harrison Jr.
Yeah, no, we don't even want to give that account the time of day. You should not even be.
They had
be
one of the craziest tweets I've ever seen.
It's not they've done this more than once. They said Caleb Williams was a better quarterback than 30 guys in the NFL right now, and I was like, dude, you cannot. He's not on the same level as fucking Josh Allen right now coming out of college.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you were saying Josh Allen coming out of college.
No. In the NFL,
yes.
They had a whole pyramid. They were all right, this is how the quarterbacks would be ranked with the new rookies for this next season. They were Patrick Mahomes, 1, 2 is Josh Allen, Jalen Hurts, 3 is CJ Stroud, Kirk Cousins, Trevor Lawrence, Caleb Williams, and then below that's all right, we got Lamar Jackson. I'm dude, what the fuck? What the fuck are we talking about?
Yeah. I mean, it's just absurd what's going on over there.
All right, let's. Do we want to talk any more about these games? This slate. We kind of just stopped talking about the slate.
Yeah, and I mean, well, do you want to talk Saints Vikings? I mean, that's a big one, Everett.
I mean, look, I think with or without Justin Jefferson, the Vikings are going to win this game.
That's all I needed to hear. Okay. All right.
I don't really think I need to say anything else. The Saints offense, I've seen firsthand. It has not been playing well. Chris Olave doesn't give a fuck what's going on. And the Saints defense is great, but what I didn't know, the Falcons have the 6th best defense in the NFL this season.
Mm-hmm.
So for us to go in there and do the shit that we did against them,
phenomenal.
That's crazy. That's even more crazy.
I'd say that was the most impressive quarterback performance of the season.
I cannot wait to watch Jordan Addison fucking on Marshawn Lattimore.
I did see JA courtside at a T-Wolves game. And
yeah. Yeah, we're gonna just.
Hey, he's a Cali boy. He's a Cali boy, guys.
We're just gonna go.
Hey, it's
over
legal
that
now.
one.
It's legal
We're just gonna
now,
go
so
over that one.
It's clean. It's clean. It's clean.
Yeah, it's all good.
My Lions Chargers recap, with or without the splint on his non-throwing hand. Give me the Lions. I'm talking about Herbert there. Give me the Lions there.
You mean LeBron James?
Is he a Lion? Did he say he's a Lion? Wait.
You were talking about
Herbert.
Herbert.
Oh, damn it. Yeah, that's not going to catch on. It's just, I can't believe he said that. I cannot believe he said that. Like, that was hilarious.
He gave us our title for this episode. That's going to get a lot of interactions.
I just cannot believe it.
It's like LeBron.
It's like LeBron on the Cavs. That sure one. But okay. Do we want to go over these top 10 NFL quarterbacks?
No, that one needs to be.
That's we ain't doing that on. Shit.
I do have we're gonna two lists. I do have 2 lists we can do. Okay. I'll do that now. First off, we're gonna do Jets in-season wish list. All right, and then second off, we're gonna have a little fun time with the Cardinals. Okay,
there better be something with voodoo healing powers involved.
I did that for the Giants, so I can't do it for the Jets. I can't do it twice.
Fair enough.
All right. Pray Aaron Rodgers comes back soon. Pray Zach Wilson learns to be a quarterback. Hope the O-line improves. Scheme up Garrett Wilson more. Improve third down conversion rate. I'll be honest, all this is fixed with Aaron Rodgers, so just hope he comes back.
Yeah, I as you say, many of these fall on Zach Wilson. I feel like just by nature, Garrett Wilson will be schemed up more with Aaron Rodgers at quarterback, just by pure nature. Yeah, Aaron, let's
get that witch doctor up and running. All right.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Now the other thing we have for the Cardinals is right now the Cardinals hold the number 1 overall pick, and that might not be true at the end of the season. But with the number 1 overall pick, they have. I don't hear anything.
There's a fraud going on right now, but
with that number 1 overall pick, they can do multiple things. But in this situation, we're gonna play devil's advocate and say they're drafting Caleb Williams. Okay. So that brings us to this segment. Where would Kyler Murray go? Now we have a list of 7 teams that we believe Kyler Murray that might entertain Kyler Murray. They could trade for Kyler Murray. Some of these are surprising, so hold on to your pants. But here we go. Teams that might trade for Kyler Murray if the Cardinals draft Caleb Williams. The Raiders, the Falcons, they wouldn't know what the fuck to do with them. The Buccaneers, the Seahawks, the Rams, the Packers, and the Patriots. So
now I'm not sure if I've made my opinion clear on this podcast, but Kyler to the Patriots, disgusting. Makes you want to throw up when you just even think about it for the very first time. Like, what are you saying, you casual? But I want you to think a little bit deeper. I want you to really think. Kyler in those newer Patriot uniforms. I just see it. I see it now. I see that happening. I see that one happening. And I kind of like it.
I mean, hey, Bill Belichick reportedly might get let go after this week if they lose in Germany. So, I mean,
wow, getting tarmacked. We're not even in the States. He's getting left across the pond.
It's Bill Belichick. I know. Tarmacking,
like, oh boy.
Oh my God. We should have asked Chad what he'd do for $1 million.
Yeah. And he is a slight Patriots fan. So shit, he could have weighed in on that too.
Missed opportunities. Yeah. That would have been great.
Oh,
okay. But that's all I have. That's all I have specifically.
We're on to Cincinnati. Oh, okay. All right. I mean, that's etched in my memory forever. Bill, we're on to Cincinnati.
Moving forward. That's all. I don't know if you have anything else to talk about.
Yeah, I got something, Everett. So apparently there have been confirmed reports. Apparently from Michigan, there have been confirmed reports that Ohio State shared Michigan's offensive signs with Purdue and Rutgers shared Michigan's defensive signs with Purdue before their Big Ten championship game last year. Now, Ohio State has came out and said, Ryan Day personally came out and said they did not do this, but regardless, let's assume Ohio State did do it, okay? The only problem here, Michigan fans, you think you got us on a gotcha. Sharing signs with other teams is legal. What is illegal is how you gather those signs and what Michigan is doing. So this is not the same as Michigan allegedly sharing signs with South Carolina because Michigan illegally stole those signs. And that's not even confirmed yet. But I did see some Michigan fans trying to compare that to this. So Everett, if I were to explain this to a first grader, what the difference between these potential sign stealing accusations are, this is how I'd break it down. Ohio State Rutgers had their math test first period of the day. Purdue had their math test last period of the day. Purdue goes up to Ohio State and Rutgers, asks, can you help me out? And they helped them out for that last period test. Michigan, a week before the test, broke into the teacher's room, opened up the desk, took a picture of the answer key, and went on with their day. That's the difference here. That's the difference here, folks. And if you can't see that difference, go back to first grade. Go back to first grade, okay?
You don't even have you don't have to go back to first. He means go back and watch a first grade class because they'll do it. They'll
pick it up. They'll understand pretty quickly. That's literally the layman's term to describe this.
Yeah, I think it's honestly right now, if somebody wants to bet Dave Portnoy another 1,000K and a tattoo about the scandal, not a bad move.
I'd be willing to bet 100,000. No one will accept it. Not even Dave Portnoy is stupid enough, but I will put $1,000 to any Michigan fan that you guys will have your wins vacated for this season and the last two.
Oh, don't say that. Jeff will take you up on that.
And I'll win.
No face tattoo on your butt for that one. But
no.
I just, it's amusing to me as somebody who's like on the outside of this. Like, to me, I obviously have a little bit more knowledge than the typical person on the way things work in the NCAA.
You do. You do.
I think that it's blatantly obvious that this is cheating to like the utmost extent. And I think that it's hilarious that people are trying to act as if that wasn't the case and try their very best in every single measure possible to prevent Michigan from getting fucked when it's so obvious they are going to get fucked. And the fact that I applaud Michigan fans for finding every single little fucking thing that they can in order to try and pin things on other people. Like, hey, we're going down. We're bringing you down with us.
I don't have the mental willpower. Like, if this is happening to my team, I could not do it. I could not do it.
You would do it for like the first week, and then after that, you'd be like, I'm depressed.
Then I'd be out. I'm done.
You just be like, I hate my life. It's just blatantly obvious to me that if this does not get a severe punishment, not only is the integrity of the NCAA fucked, but football itself as a sport.
Then every single team will set up a scouting thing.
No,
every
literally.
Single team will start.
Connor Stallions might be the most sought after free agent.
They weren't doing it.
Connor Stallions might be the most sought after free agent in the history of sports.
All right. If you're trying to build a sports shit, if Connor Stallions became the third mic on this pod ever.
Yeah, I was about to say, look, man.
Wow. Oh my God.
You know what?
Let's start recruiting Stallions for the Waterboy pod. Let's make it happen.
Has Connor Stallions done an interview since?
He has nothing. Last week, he deleted his Twitter account, I guess reactivated for a second to delete some tweets. He quickly reactivated it. I could go over this too.
So
That's
we
a story
have
for another day.
we
But
have an
that's all he's done
opportunity
publicly.
we have an opportunity to do the funniest thing physically possible.
Well, I hate to say it, but Dave Portnoy already offered him a lifetime contract to Barstool.
Oh, I'm just saying we can get him as a guest, but
Well, that as well. I'm just
he has the opportunity to do the funniest thing ever.
Oh yeah. I mean, it would
Look, dude, you can replace the unnamed
would be the
intern.
most watched sports podcast individual episode of all time. Connor Stallions, and it's just titled "The Manifesto." It's an audio book. He reads you the manifesto.
I honestly think though, well, okay, I don't know if you do right now.
Actually, shit. That's a great idea. Okay. Selling the book is one thing. Okay. If I were the head of a media company and I got Stallions, he better publish that book. But number two, I want audiobooks.
Here's the issue. Right now, I feel like if he were to go on a podcast and talk about it, it'd probably be an implication thing. It'd be bad. But at the same time, like, I wonder if you could do it in a way where it doesn't implicate him at all.
Well, and Michigan also just paid him $10 million to keep his mouth shut and not say anything. So, I mean, there's that too.
It's pretty lit for him. I'm not going to cap.
He got a massive payday. He just got a massive payday.
You know the video of Coach Frost from Nebraska coming down the stairs.
Oh, of course. That's one of my favorites.
That was Connor Stallions on the way out of Michigan. Well, actually, no, he's probably
those pictures of Cliff in Thailand on the beach. Yep, that's Stallions right now. He is in Cancun.
So actually, no. Here's a debate. All right, he got 10 mil, right? But it's Connor Stallions. He has a fucking manifesto to take over Michigan. Is $10 million worth it to lose the Michigan manifesto and your opportunity to become the Michigan man?
So this is what I think is the big question here. Now, Connor Stallions, it is no question about this. He's a crazy Michigan mega fan. Okay, that man loves Michigan so much. So I want to start off with that. Connor Stallions essentially was paid $10 million to continue. I don't know if he actually got paid that. I'm just guessing. But let's say he actually did get $10 million to keep quiet. He didn't even need that. He would have kept quiet anyway. He loves Michigan so he would never rat them out. He would never rat them out. So
in fact, he would probably still just go to the other team's games just without saying anything. Just be like, I'm not even on staff. I'll send this anonymously. Josh
Pate has hinted that he might be in possession of more pictures of Stallions on other staffs in other games.
And we've said this before.
I need to see him in like 12 different uniforms.
I want pictures of him. It's like the Shaq rainbow in different fucking uniforms. But the thing I want the most is him wearing different stupid fucking disguises. Like if I was Connor Stallions, like that actually, like obviously you're doing this for like your team and like there's an actual point to it. But like I would kind of want to play a little game with it, be like, all right, for this one, I'm wearing a fucking mustache. This one, glasses. Next one, mustache
long
and
sideburns.
the next one, dude, we're going long hair.
The one after that, I'm gonna be 70. Dress me up like an old man.
Uncle Drew, baby.
Oh my God, yes.
The next one after that, I'm switching my gender. All right.
Okay.
We're going for it.
Going all out. Yeah, I mean Stallions, and then finally the final at the end, he forgets the
inflatable dinosaur.
Oh, that too. I think it'd be really funny. One time he just forgot and just wore it.
He's on Michigan sideline in Michigan gear, taking notes on it, and they're like, he's like, wait a fucking sec. Hold on. Wait a second. This is my team.
I was also just trying to connect some dots the other day, Everett, and now. What officially, Connor Stallions, his official title until these allegations came out, was a recruiting analyst. And I actually think that makes a lot of sense because which department needs to travel? The recruiting department. So in terms of that, you can maybe cover up the travel expenses and stuff. But this is where it all makes too much sense. Not sure if you remember this, but at one point in the offseason going into the season in like March, Michigan had the #1 recruiting class. I'm not sure if you remember that, but they did. Right now, they are ranked 14th.
It's Connor Stallions. Also, though, to be honest, no student, no like athlete right now would want to go to a school in the middle of that kind of turmoil.
True. But before the scandal breakout, Michigan was 14th. Everett, I have a quick little shit post explanation. Michigan, their recruiting analysts don't travel to talk to recruits. They travel to steal signs. Okay.
I just think it'd be fucking hilarious if Connor Stallions ended up on like Purdue's sideline in a game versus Michigan. He's taking notes on Michigan, and he doesn't. He's just like
he's scouting Michigan.
He's like wait a second.
I mean, he comes back, goes up to Harbaugh. He's like, Coach, how can I scout other teams if I don't even know our own weaknesses?
He's like, I'm gonna find the flaws in our own signs. Don't tell me this week's signs. I'm gonna go on that sideline. If I can figure it out, we have to change the shit now.
Yeah, I mean, it's fascinating, this story. It's the story that keeps on giving. Every day there is a brand new detail where I'm like, holy shit.
The last thing I want to talk about in college football is juniors are now allowed to be in like the player bowl games at the end of the season. I have a quick
question, which I'm not sure you have the answer for, but juniors that participate in that, do they have to go to the draft?
So the assumption is they are draft candidates. From the post that I've seen. So I saw something, and you know what? I kind of agree with this. They're like, okay, they can do an HBCU bowl, the East West or the West East, whatever it's called, East West Bowl.
We're talking Key and Peele, Hingle McCringleberry.
Well, yeah, there's an actual bowl, East West. But like, there's another one, and then the Reese's Senior Bowl. You can't have juniors in the Senior Bowl, like.
Yeah, then it's not the Senior Bowl. We have to change the name, guys.
It's just the Reese's Bowl. And that's what you get on Halloween. So,
like, also, like, I feel like that Senior Bowl is an opportunity for, you know, late round projected, undrafted projected to have their chance to shine and show themselves off. Caleb doesn't need that. Like if Caleb plays in that, that's another opportunity gone away for someone else trying to make their name. So,
no, like, seriously. And
yeah,
I mean, Caleb wouldn't have to, but it's like those juniors, obviously, if they want to go in the draft as if you're going into the draft as a junior, I'm assuming
you probably have draft stock.
You're probably going to get drafted. Like, you're probably already good enough to a point where you don't need that draft stock. Yeah. Like, there's no reason for you to want to be going out as a junior, especially with NIL deals now.
Like as well. Well, another thing I do want to bring up, you know, you want to get that second contract, and the quicker you get in, the faster you can get there. And injuries happen. So
true, but we have also argued at the same time. You know, yes, that's true, but also if you decide to delay, you might get more money in the second contract. So
that is also true. It's up to you, though. Do you know?
Yeah. I don't have anything else.
Yeah, I mean, last night I got some fun MLB quotes, but I don't think we want to hear those. So, some of them are kind of fun. Some of them are kind of okay. Scott Boras said this about Cody Bellinger. Chicago got the comforts of a full belly when referencing the brand new 25-year-old Korean free agent outfielder from the KBO. He said, I think Jung-hoo is going to bring K-pop to the MLB. And for the last one, in the pitching Autobahn, it's pretty much Mock Snell when talking about Blake Snell. So I want to dive into his contract negotiations, why he's considered the best in baseball. Those are some interesting quotes to start off the negotiations. Those are some interesting things to say. So I just want to point that out. I'm keeping my eye on this.
Scott Boras, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah,
interesting man.
Yeah.
He's
Miguel Vargas is a Boras client. Fun fact.
Well, he's one of the guys.
That payday might be a while away, Scotty. But yeah,
I was gonna say he's one of the guys Scott Boras might not be able to be like, yeah, we're going
signing. But yeah.
Okay. Well,
we are the favorites to sign Shohei, only team with negative odds. So
negative 110, not overwhelming odds, but odds nonetheless. But yeah, I don't have anything else with the Vikings game this weekend. It
I don't want to talk about the Chargers. So
yeah. Okay. Well, with that, thank you guys so much for watching, listening, rate us 5 stars. You can find us on Spotify, TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, and on Instagram at WaterboyPod. Make sure to follow me and Grant on Twitter at Everstakes and at WaterboyGrant. We post new episodes every Tuesday and Thursday on YouTube and on all podcast platforms. You do not want to miss that, so make sure to turn notifications on.
Oh my God,
YouTube.
the Lakers just lost to the Rockets by
they suck. We suck.
34.
We suck.
34 points.
We suck. We suck.
It's the Rockets.
We suck. We suck. And that's why this is not an NBA podcast. But we'll see you guys in the next episode. Waterboys out.